Hey Griffin, this is Mrs. Skoglund. Just wanted to give you a little bit of feedback on your summer assignment. And so we're mostly going to be talking through the fifth chapter's question since that was the one you starred, but I'll kind of reference some other parts of the project as well. So the first thing that I always look for in a body paragraph is a strong topic sentence, which should be this first sentence that concisely answers the question that was provided. I think you did a great job, Griffin, of answering the question. So I liked how in this question in particular, you answered why stories actually have importance. So you say like it puts the facts into context. Thought that was really good. The only thing I would encourage you to improve upon is maybe just having this be one sentence and not two to start off your paragraph. Just to kind of concisely answer the question, and then you can get into the details more here. I then look at the last sentence in your paragraph because that should be your concluding sentence, which is actually going to tie back up to this question. I think most times you had a concluding sentence, but it wasn't always, like for example in this paragraph, it wasn't always separated from your second piece of commentary, and it wasn't always like new information. Sometimes it kind of just repeated what the topic sentence already said. So I would advise you to, in the future, when you're doing a concluding sentence, kind of get to like the importance of the topic, like why in the big picture of things does it matter that we have stories, right? So that's like a possible revision you could make. Next, I looked at evidence, and I think you're doing a great job selecting your evidence, so I liked these quotes that you had picked. You also do a nice job embedding or introducing them. So I like how you said Pink further explains this when he says what begins to matter more. That was just a nice lead into the quote. The only reason you didn't get a 10 here, Griffin, is I just noticed a lot of times you kind of had that lead in, comma, and then had the full quote like down here too. And so just maybe varying the ways that you embed your quotes, and we'll work on that coming up here soon, but just kind of something to think about. Next on commentary, I did think, Griffin, that commentary is an area we can go back and revise. You're on the right track in that you're not just summarizing the evidence, but I do feel like a lot of times, like especially here, your commentary is just a little bit brief and it doesn't really tie back to the question or the importance that much. So like this quote I think is great that you picked, like delivering stories with an emotional impact, right? What could you give me in the commentary that shows that? Like, is there an example, or why is that important? I think the commentary just didn't really go anywhere with that. Lastly, I looked at conventions and citations. So your citations look great. Conventions were pretty good. I think, like, obviously you have proofread. I would just encourage you to watch out for these like personal pronouns like you. They just make it a little bit too informal, and so we want to stay away from that. Our directed activities looked good as well. I appreciated the letter you wrote to me at the end, and I know obviously a summer assignment is probably never fun, but it was really great for me to read that, especially in, I think you said the empathy chapter, you got something out of that. So that was really great. Anyway, just wanted to give you a little feedback.